Capricorn. This is your weekly tarot and oracle card reading from Born Without Boundaries for the week of October 16th through the 23rd of 2019. If you are on a platform that allows for commercial breaks, expect one to come up now. Thank you so much ahead of time. That is actually a contribution to the channel and it helps out a lot and I appreciate it. I'll be right back. So for those of you who just survived an awkward pause, thank you so much. And for the rest of you who actually sat through a commercial, I really appreciate it. It does help to support the financial growth of to fund the channel. So I'm really grateful. You just being patient has contributed to the channel, and so thank you so much, Capricorn. All right, if you have not subscribed already, please do. That red button is below, and ring that bell so you know when I go live and upload all the content that I provide. My name is Michelle, for those of you who are just being introduced to me, and this is my channel, Born Without Boundaries. Capricorn, this is your oracle and tarot card reading for October 16th through the 23rd of 2019. Understand that here on YouTube, we do the full oracle spread, but over on Vimeo, we continue it, we extend it, and that link is below with a full tarot card spread and a romance reading. Let's get to this. Capricorn. Energies, general energies for Capricorn, popping out all over the place, Capricorn. General energies for October 16th to the 23rd of 2019. General energies for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising sign. This may be, you may want to go look for other in the week ahead playlist that I have. Maybe there's another reading that pertains to you. Go explore, but let's look for the energies for this week or whenever you're seeing it, because honestly the messages come to you when you need to hear them. All right, let's get into this. You have a lot of cards that came out very easily, so the message is going to be very, very clear. The energy crowding your reading. Ooh, in reverse. White Raven Spirit, trust in magic. And instead of the number being 66, which would be more of a love romance, this is 9. It turns upside down to 99, which means you have experienced some sort of ending. Maybe something that you had a lot of hope for, you thought was young and new and virgining and just starting to really come into fruition, or it just had started to take off. It's ended and it surprised you, but at the same time, it didn't really surprise you. I think that a lot of you are going to be experiencing endings this week, endings that are going to hurt you because you expected something to come from them and those expectations were disappointed. Embrace the in-between. Yeah, you're in a period of a place where you don't like this week, which is not being sure and not knowing which direction to go or not know what the next step is going to be. And you are going to do something about it. In that very Capricornian way, you're going to take charge and start making decisions and pushing forward. Capricorn, I have to say, I really feel like you knew all of this was coming. It wasn't like something that was a complete and total shock to you, and yet it was. It's like your sense of worth and value was not equal to the way other people's agenda for you. And ultimately, they chose themselves over you. And this feeling of being off of balance or having to find your balance, like flamenco is master balance, but they do it on one leg. It's almost like standing on two legs would throw you off right now. You're trying to, in other words, be economic. This has thrown you into that, I'm going to double down and be very protective of all of my resources, because that's what flamencos do by they just don't just stand on one leg continuously. They exchange weight between one leg and the other, and they conserve energy in that way. So that's what you're going into in this in-between. This is you, right? You know how to get through anything. In this in-between phase where you're not really sure what's happening, you're going to become very economic. You're going to make cuts where you need to make cuts. You're not going to have hold any You're not going to have any qualms. You're just going to make the responsible decisions. You're going to take this in-between period head on. Why? So that you can feel comfortable with it. Because making these kind of decisions, you would rather cut yourself down to one meal a day and turn the heat down to 55 degrees and suffer through blankets than not be able to make a decision on something that you can tangibly see an effect happening from. This is the way that you deal with the in-between. You make sacrifices. You cut things out. Why? Because it makes you feel more in control. Like discomfort for you, the most discomfortable thing that you can feel is not knowing or not feeling in control, or like you have any way to influence the what is happening right now. So even if you have to, like, things have to be tough for you, they're going to go ahead and be tough for you. That's just the way it's going to have to be. You can tough it through material sacrifices. What you can't deal with is this energy of not knowing. That's the rough part for you. But guess what? This was destiny and meant to be. What you consider to be a tragedy right now was actually a blessing in disguise. And I had this feeling all along. Yeah, I just had this feeling all along. Like literally, abundance is sitting there waiting for you, and the blessings are hidden, and they're going to come out over this week. You're going to start to see that the suffering is not going to be long. The in-between phase is not going to be a long phase for you. It's actually going to be quite short, because you are very, very blessed, and those new opportunities are coming in where the old ones made room for them. So upon an exit, there is an entrance. Life is a mystery. You're pretty much not going to see this one coming, and I think it's the blessings coming. Like, you're not going to understand why the ending happened, but you're just going to have to accept that it did, and you're also not going to understand completely that this was absolutely for the best. Look at this, is divinity. The 8, the figure 8, the infinity sign. So there is in other words, there is a continuity to this moment in your life. This isn't just a stop. This isn't just I'm lost in the in-between. That's not what's happening with you this week. What's happening with you this week is continuity. In other words, what has happened, whatever has disappointed you this week is part of a continual flow of life that you just have. It's just going to ride the wave. Ride the wave through this week, Capricorn. Please do. I will turn the camera around so you can see the cards. Have no fear. Nothing is wasted. Now, Vulture, like I said, you're very resourceful. This is that Vulture energy of being extremely resourceful. You're pulling out all of your resources, all of your connections, all of your networks. You know, if you were suddenly dumped, you're going to get right back onto those dating websites. You're not going to miss a beat. Why? Because when you do, it drives you crazy. It makes you, it is. It's like, it's lack of synchronicity. It's lack of harmony. Hold on. Thank you. I know that you didn't experience the break, but I did. Okay. Right. So that you are absolutely embodying this mentality of Vulture. Yes. Okay. 100%. Yes. Every single resource, you're pulling out the stops. You're not going to miss a beat, because you just can't. You just can't. You can't let yourself feel the disappointment. You can't let yourself feel depressed. You can't let it get to you. You can't. And you know why you really can't? Because this is actually part of a blessing. And whether you see it or not, whether you realize it or not, this is part of a bigger picture of bringing you home, bringing you closer to the abundance that you really want. We've discussed this before. You do have a tendency, Capricorn, to just work for work's sake, to determine your self-worth, or determine your whole self-worth based on how well you do at your job, how much work you can get, how much work you can squeeze into a day, and you stop remembering what it is to be happy. And it's like you just get happiness from the work itself. But what about from all the other things in your life that matter to you, which I know matters a great deal. Your family matters a great deal to you. You know, it's like this happened so that there could be rebalance in your life. This is not an accident. In actuality, this is sort of the universe setting you up for getting everything that you ever wanted. So nothing is wasted. And the time that you spent, and whatever it is that disappointment this week, it is not wasted time. You either made connections there that will help you. You either had experiences there that will help you. This was a level up for you, and you will. It was something that helped you while you needed it. And just because the time is over and completed, even if it only lasted a week, which I don't think it did, because you're more emotionally attached to it than that. But it helped you get to the next stage in your life. It helped you level up. So the time that you spent on this, in this place, with this person, doing this job, it was not wasted. But there is definitely a turnaround for you. There's so much happiness coming. I just can't even tell you. Learn from the past. This could be Taurus energy too. This could be your energy too. This is definitely Earth energy. Understand, like, look, do it yourself. I'll show you my puppy. I want to introduce you to her. Do yourself a favor this week and review and see what's happened in your past, because I think the past is about to repeat itself. And what I'm saying is, I think you've been in this situation before, and maybe that's why you're so scared, because things didn't work out so well, but they inevitably did. Something, in other words, a pattern is about to be repeated. A pattern is about to be repeated that ends up being a good pattern. In other words, somebody that the last time you lost a job and were down on your luck, you ended up meeting your best friend. And that's like the story of me and my best friend who's a Capricorn, right? That's why she met me, is because we started working at the same place. So in other words, their history might be repeating itself. Like that hidden gem, you're being led to that hidden gem, something that you will value far beyond any money that you could earn. So this is calling you to remember the past. Remember what happened last time and all the good that... Just don't want her. Remember what happened last time and all the good that come from it. Please remember all the good that came from all of your experiences last time. Remember it, and then you'll start to see moving forward, oh, you were really set up for success through this quote unquote failure. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around. Hold on. All right, Capricorn, here is your spread. Do you see the crowning energy is you not taking flight, or there's a new opportunity, an opportunity in your life not growing? In other words, it was a dead end. It was a stop. And that's not something that you like to hear, but at the same time, she's playing with the stand. I apologize. That's not something that you like to hear. Hey, hold on 1 second. Maybe I can show you her. No, you can't see her through this camera angle. I will introduce you. So essentially, Capricorn, you don't like that. You don't like things not taking off, or in other words, fruition, things not being seen to fruition. You don't like it. But what you don't seem to realize is it was never meant to last long. It was only meant to be temporary. Okay? Now, here is that in-between phase that you don't like to be in. You're doing a great balancing act, but that's okay, because these are both cards of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness during this period. But also, this is what it's telling me, is you're going to have a more abundance than you would have ever expected during this period where you thought you were taking the biggest losses. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties too, Capricorn. I apologize. The stand isn't really working very well right now. In other words, you're going to have a surprise amount of resources during this period that is uncomfortable for you. You're going to have the resources that you need to get through and maybe even enjoy yourself. Okay? There's a lot of intellect and a lot of power and a lot of family support that's going to come through, but I also think there's going to be surprise abundance. Yeah, like maybe an inheritance, money you didn't know you had, a severance package, something coming in to make this in-between phase. Like, in other words, give you the resources that you need to make this not a horrible time. And you'll actually surprise yourself. I think, the abundance will surprise you, but you'll surprise yourself with how comfortable you can be and how many other opportunities are coming in your way. Just remember, this is how you comfort yourself while all this is happening to you. Remember the last time something like this happened to you. Remember how you got through it, and remember the good that came from it. There's a connection between that time and this time, and it is an intimate connection of basically completing a cycle. A cycle is coming to an end. This new thing that ended is actually the tail end of a cycle in your life that is finishing out and that you will never, ever, ever have to worry about again. All right, Capricorn, let's go over to Vimeo. I'm going to do your full tarot card spread. We'll get details on exactly how you're going to come out of this, what resources are coming in for you, where the help is going to come from, and maybe a little insight into why this is all happening or why this decision was made. Plus, we're going to do your love reading. So if you're curious, come on over to Vimeo. I'll see you there.